No one on Earth expected anything unusual that morning. People were busy with their usual lives, going to work, opening shops, checking messages, preparing breakfast. Everything was normal, until the sky changed. At 10:07 a.m., every screen on Earth suddenly turned black. Phones, TVs, laptops, even smartwatches. Then a single line of text appeared on all devices. "We have returned. We remember your kindness." Most people froze, confused. Kindness? Who remembered? What were they talking about? Before anyone could ask, alarms began across the world. Radar stations detected something massive entering Earth's orbit. Something too large to be a satellite, too silent to be a meteor, too smooth to be a natural object. Then the shadow fell. A huge alien ship, larger than any human city, slowly drifted over the planet. Its surface was dark silver and shaped like sharp armor plates. Massive red lines pulsed across its body like glowing veins. It looked ancient and angry. The ship made no sound. No message. No attack. It simply hovered above Earth like a new moon. People ran into the streets, staring at the sky. Some screamed. Some prayed. Some just stood frozen, unable to understand what they were seeing. In the World Defense Center, alarms blared. Soldiers rushed to positions. Officers shouted commands. Scientists stared at their screens with wide, shaking eyes. General Cade, the commander, stood at the front, jaw clenched. "What are we dealing with?" he demanded. A young radar specialist swallowed. "Sir, the ship is almost 40 kilometers long." General Cade slowly turned his head. 40 kilometers? The room went silent. Nothing in human history was even close. Before anyone could analyze further, a second message appeared on all screens. This time it was not text. It was a voice, calm, deep, almost cold. "Your kindness saved one of ours. We have returned to repay the debt." General Cade frowned. "Who did we save? When?" The scientists shook their heads. No record showed any alien contact. No old mission mentioned any alien child. No astronaut had reported anything strange. But one man knew something. Dr. Aaron Hale, a quiet senior scientist in the corner, suddenly felt his chest tighten. His face went pale. His breathing slowed. He whispered to himself, "No, it can't be related to that." General Cade turned to him. "Dr. Aaron? You know something?" Aaron hesitated. His hands trembled. He didn't want to remember. But he knew he had no choice. "Sir, years ago there was a secret rescue mission. It wasn't public. It wasn't even supposed to remain in our records." Everyone looked at him. Dr. Aaron continued, "A small exploration ship found something drifting in deep space. Something alive. A young alien. Weak. Dying." General Cade narrowed his eyes. "And? The crew saved it. They treated its wounds. They kept it alive. And then they released it on a safe moon. It disappeared after that. The mission was hidden to avoid panic." The room went silent. General Cade spoke softly, "And now, they have returned?" Dr. Aaron nodded slowly. "Yes. And judging from the size of that ship, the child we saved belonged to a very powerful empire." Before anyone could respond, the alien ship moved for the first time. Panels on its sides opened like giant wings. Thousands of small glowing drones poured out, spreading across the sky. They moved silently, forming a huge ring around Earth, like a mechanical cage. The entire planet watched in fear. "What are they doing?" someone whispered. The answer came quickly. The alien voice returned. "Do not fear. This is part of the repayment." But the tone was unsettling. It didn't sound kind. It didn't sound grateful. It sounded serious, cold, as if kindness was not a warm emotion, but a heavy burden. Dr. Aaron felt chills run down his spine. "Their culture is different," he whispered. "They repay kindness, but in their own way. We don't know what repayment means to them." The drones glowed brighter, connecting with red beams of energy. A global net began forming around the planet. General Cade slammed his fist on the table. "Are they protecting us, or trapping us?" No one knew. Then the alien leader finally revealed himself. A hologram appeared in the sky, tall, armored, eyes glowing red. His face was unreadable. He spoke slowly as if delivering a sacred truth. "Your kindness was not forgotten. But kindness has a price. And all prices must be paid." The world felt a wave of fear. The alien leader lowered his head slightly. "We come to repay your gift. But repayment is never simple." Dr. Aaron whispered, "This isn't a thank you. This is something else." General Cade looked up at the hologram and muttered, What kind of repayment requires surrounding the entire planet? The alien leader's eyes glowed brighter. The debt of kindness is great, and so is the vengeance that follows it. The hologram vanished. Earth stood silent, and everyone knew. This was only the beginning. The alien hologram vanished, but its final words stayed inside every human mind. Around the world, people stood frozen, watching the sky, waiting for the next move from the massive alien ship. The glowing drone ring around Earth pulsed like a living heartbeat. In the World Defense Center, General Cade tried to stay calm, but the tension was heavy. "Status?" he asked. "All global satellites captured by alien drones," a technician reported. "We cannot send or control anything in orbit." "Try again," Cade ordered. "We already did, sir. They shut us out." Dr. Aaron Hale watched the drone ring on the big screen, his eyes filled with worry. "They are not protecting us," he whispered. "They are preparing something." General Cade faced him. "What does their message mean? Repaying kindness? It sounds like a threat." Aaron nodded slowly. "Their culture, it has strict rules. If someone saves their life, they owe a debt. A debt they must repay completely. But repayment is not always a gift. It can be anything: help, protection, sacrifice, even violence." The technicians turned to him, confused. General Cade frowned. "Why would kindness require violence?" Before Aaron could answer, alarms screamed through the room. "Unknown fleet detected," a radar officer yelled. "Objects approaching from deep space. Multiple signals." General Cade ran to the radar screen. And then he saw it. Not one ship. Not 10 ships. But dozens of alien warships entering the outer system. Black, sharp, triangular shapes. Red lights pulsing under their hulls. A second alien armada. Dr. Aaron felt his stomach drop. No, this is the enemy." General Cade snapped his eyes toward him. "Enemy?" Aaron explained quickly. "The alien child we saved decades ago. They belong to a warrior empire. Their enemies must have tracked them. Maybe they discovered something from that old rescue mission." The radar beeps grew louder. More enemy ships appeared. And more. General Cade's voice turned hard. "Are you telling me humanity got caught in someone else's war?" Dr. Aaron nodded. "Yes, we saved that child. But by doing so, we interfered with an intergalactic conflict." The room went cold. Everyone stared at the radar as hundreds of small enemy ships locked onto the alien megaship above Earth. Then something strange happened. The first alien leader returned as a hologram, calm, tall, armored. His glowing eyes stared directly at Earth's military command. He spoke in a slow, deep voice. "The ones who hunted us approach your world." General Cade asked loudly, "What do you want from us?" The alien tilted his head slightly. "You saved one of ours. That act changed the war. It marked you as our allies." A chill spread through the room. "Allies? Humanity never agreed to that." But the alien continued. "A kindness must be repaid. That is our law. So we will repay you. We will not let them destroy you." The hologram flickered, and suddenly thousands of alien drones formed sharp battle formations above Earth. General Cade's voice shook. "Are you saying you brought the enemy here?" The alien didn't deny it. "Kindness always has consequences." The hologram vanished. Earth felt the weight of those words. Meanwhile, around the world, people panicked as the second alien fleet came closer. News reporters tried to explain, but even they were shaking. Air sirens wailed in every country. On a rooftop in New York, a young woman stared at the sky with fear. In Tokyo, families hid inside underground shelters. In India, soldiers blocked major roads and prepared for evacuation. Across Africa, people watched drones glowing above like strange red stars. In Brazil, crowds prayed, cried, shouted. Humanity felt smaller than ever. Back in the command center, Dr. Aaron stepped closer to General Cade. "We must understand one thing," he said. "Their repayment may protect us, but it may also ruin us." General Cade nodded. "Because their enemy sees us as allies now?" "Yes," Aaron whispered. The radar beeped louder, enemy ships now just outside Earth's orbit. They activated weapons, red lights flashing like angry eyes. A soldier shouted, "Enemy fleet charging energy cannons." General Cade yelled, "Prepare defense shields. Launch global alerts. Ready all missiles." But another officer stood up. "Sir, our satellites are offline. Alien drones blocked our launch codes." General Cade cursed under his breath. "Then we're defenseless." Suddenly, the silver megaship above Earth began to glow. Massive panels opened. Blue-white energy gathered between its wings. The alien army was preparing for battle. Dr. Aaron whispered, "They're not helping us, they're using Earth as a battlefield." The enemy fleet fired first. Beams of red plasma shot across space like burning spears. The alien megaship raised a giant energy shield, blocking the first attack. The shockwave shook Earth's atmosphere. Clouds twisted. Oceans rippled. Winds slammed into cities. People screamed as thunder cracked through the sky. General Cade grabbed onto the table. "How strong are these ships?" Aaron answered softly, "Stronger than everything we have." Then something terrifying happened. The alien leader spoke one more time, his voice echoing across the world. "This is only the beginning of the repayment. Do not interfere. Do not resist." General Cade whispered, "Or what?" The hologram turned its glowing eyes toward Earth. "Or the repayment will turn into vengeance." The battle above Earth intensified. And humanity realized, kindness had saved someone once. But now it had dragged Earth into the war of the century. The battle above Earth grew louder, brighter, and more violent. Red and blue lights tore across the sky like storms made of fire. The alien megaship blocked one enemy attack after another, its shields glowing white every time a plasma beam struck. The enemy fleet kept pushing forward, sending hundreds of smaller strike ships into the fight. On the ground, humans felt helpless. Cities shook with every shockwave. Car alarms went off. Windows cracked. Animals panicked. Children cried, and adults tried to pretend everything was fine, though their eyes showed fear. Humanity was watching a war it did not start, a war it could not stop. In the World Defense Center, General Cade stared at the chaos on the screen. "How long can they hold the enemy back?" he asked. A technician responded, "Their shields are strong, but the enemy ships are too many. If this continues, they might lose." "And if they lose," Cade said quietly, "Earth is next." Dr. Aaron stood at the front, his hands shaking as he studied the hologram of ships. He wasn't a soldier, but he understood the truth better than anyone in the room. "They don't care about Earth," Aaron said. "They are not protecting us. They're protecting their honor. Their culture demands repayment. They must fight here because Earth saved that child. They believe we are tied to them forever." General Cade clenched his jaw. "So we're trapped because of a single rescue mission 40 years ago?" Aaron nodded. "Yes. And the worst part is, they think they are doing the right thing." The enemy fleet launched another massive attack. The sky turned red. The alien megaship's shield cracked like glass for the first time. General Cade shouted, "Everyone brace." The impact hit Earth's atmosphere. Power grids flickered. Some cities went dark. People screamed as the sky glowed red. At that same moment, somewhere on Earth's largest airbase, a young fighter pilot named Captain Mira Solis watched the battle from her cockpit. Her fists were tight around the controls. "This isn't a repayment," she muttered. "This is a nightmare." Her squadron leader's voice came through the radio. "Mira, return to base. We have no launch clearance. The drones blocked our weapons." "I know," Mira replied. "But I can't sit here and watch Earth get destroyed." Her leader sighed. "We can't fight spaceships with jets. This isn't our battle." Mira stared at the burning sky. Maybe it wasn't humanity's battle, but humanity would still suffer because of it. She whispered to herself, "There must be something we can do." Back in the defense center, something unexpected happened. Every screen blinked. The alien leader reappeared as a hologram. His armor was cracked. His face, once cold and calm, now showed stress. "Earth," he said, "do not interfere. This conflict is not yours." General Cade stepped forward. "Then stop fighting over our planet." The alien leader's eyes glowed brighter. "We must repay your kindness. The child you saved became a warrior. Because you intervened, we survived. Because you saved us, we owe you our lives." Aaron shouted, "But your repayment is destroying us." The alien leader tilted his head slightly, confused. "Repayment must match the cost. We lost thousands because of the war that followed your act. So we repay you with the same value. Thousands of our soldiers will fight here to protect your world." Aaron stepped forward, horrified. "That's not kindness. That's revenge disguised as honor." The alien leader paused. For the first time he looked uncertain. Before he could answer, a loud explosion echoed across the room. The giant hologram flickered as the enemy blasted another chunk of the megaship. The alien leader spoke again, voice shaking. "We cannot lose. If we fall, the enemy will destroy your planet for helping us. You are part of the war now." And then his tone changed, colder, darker. "So listen carefully. Do not touch our drones. Do not try to escape. Do not resist. We will repay our debt, even if you fear us. The hologram vanished. The room fell silent. General Cade turned to Dr. Aaron. They think this is honorable. They think fighting here is a gift. Aaron nodded. And if we try to stop them, their culture might see it as insult. General Cade whispered, an insult that could lead to our destruction. Meanwhile, the enemy fleet began charging its largest weapon, a super cannon glowing like a red sun. A technician screamed, they're targeting the alien megaship again. On the screen, the giant cannon fired. A massive beam of energy shot across space. The alien megaship barely held its shield, but the shield started to collapse, layer by layer. General Cade clenched his fists. If that ship falls, Earth is finished. The enemy ships moved into attack formation. But then something unexpected happened. The alien drones, the ones blocking Earth's satellites, flashed red and moved into a new pattern. They were forming a second, smaller ring around the alien megaship. Dr. Aaron whispered, what are they doing? The drones connected their energy. And then, boom. A shockwave blasted across space, knocking hundreds of enemy ships off course. The alien leader broadcast one final message. The repayment begins now. Those who harmed us will bleed. Dr. Aaron's face turned white. This is no repayment. This is war. A war they expect us to join. The alien leader's voice echoed. Earth, prepare yourselves. A debt written in kindness must sometimes be repaid in blood. The world felt a chill. Humanity had saved one alien life decades ago. Now hundreds of alien warriors were dying because of it. And Earth was about to be dragged even deeper. The alien drones formed a new shield around their megaship, glowing bright white. Every drone released energy like lightning, linking together, creating a second protective shell. The enemy fleet tried to break through, but the drones fought with frightening precision. They moved like one mind. One purpose. Earth watched, silent and helpless. The world knew one thing clearly now. This war was no longer about kindness. It was about pride, revenge, and a debt that twisted into something dangerous. Inside the World Defense Center, General Cade paced the room. Screens flashed danger warnings. Satellite feeds flickered. The alarms echoed non-stop. Dr. Aaron stood near the glass wall, staring at the sky. They're not protecting us from kindness, Aaron said. They're protecting their honor. And their honor is more important than life. General Cade looked at him sharply. How do we break this? We need to talk to the alien leader again. Aaron shook his head slowly. Their culture doesn't work like ours. Once a debt is set, they must repay it. Even if it destroys everything. What if we deny the debt? Cade asked. What if we tell them they owe us nothing? Aaron sighed. To them, denying a debt is an insult. It means we reject their honor. That could turn them into enemies. Cade clenched his jaw. So we're trapped either way. Before Aaron could answer, the room lights flickered. A deep, heavy sound came from outside, like thunder tearing the sky apart. A technician screamed, enemy super cannon charging again. Everyone froze. The enemy fleet was preparing another massive blast, stronger than the last one. If it broke the megaship's shield at this moment, the shockwave would tear Earth's atmosphere apart. General Cade shouted, evacuate major cities. Start emergency sheltering. But he knew it wouldn't be enough. High above Earth, Captain Mira Solis sat in her grounded fighter jet, watching the sky shake. Her cockpit rattled from the shockwaves. The ground crew ran around, panicked, shouting. Her squadron leader's voice buzzed in her headset. Mira, don't even think about taking off. She didn't answer. She stared upward at the massive alien megaship. Its shield looked unstable. Lines of cracked energy crawled across its surface like broken ice. If that ship falls, she whispered to herself, we all fall. She gripped the controls. Then something strange happened. Her jet screen blinked. A message appeared, written in alien symbols, yet somehow the ship translated them. Human pilot. We request your presence. Myra's eyes widened. What? Me? Why? Another message appeared. Your world is in danger. You understand courage. Come. Her heart raced. The aliens were contacting her directly. Mira, her commander shouted through the radio. What are you doing? She looked up at the burning sky, then pressed the ignition switch. I'm going, she said. This war is happening over my home. I'm not going to sit and watch. Her jet roared to life. Within seconds she shot into the sky. Meanwhile, in orbit the alien megaship was struggling. Broken metal drifted around it. Fires burned along its surface. The enemy cannons prepared their next blast. Inside the megaship, the alien leader, Commander Rakan, stood on the command platform. His armor was cracked. His breathing was heavy. His warriors worked silently at their stations, rushing to prepare counterattacks. One warrior approached him. "Commander, the shield drones cannot sustain another blast." Rakan closed his eyes for a brief moment. "We repay kindness with strength, not weakness." Another warrior shouted, "Enemy supercannon at 80% charge." Rakan activated a glowing control panel. "Begin the pact sequence." The warriors froze. One said in shock, "Commander, that will bind Earth to the war permanently." Rakan answered in a low, steady voice, "It already is." The warriors obeyed. A massive structure began unfolding from beneath the megaship, a shining ring of metal, ancient and powerful. Symbols lit up across its surface. This was no weapon. This was a bond, a ritual, a declaration, something their species had not used in centuries. Back in the defense center, alarms exploded. A technician shouted, "New energy signature detected." "It's huge." On the screen, a glowing ring expanded around the alien megaship. Dr. Aaron's eyes widened. He recognized it instantly. "No," he whispered. "Not that. Anything but that." General Cade grabbed his arm. "What is it?" Aaron swallowed hard. "That ring is a pact seal, an ancient alien oath device. It forces cooperation. It binds planets together." Cade frowned. "Bind us? How?" Aaron exhaled slowly. "It means Earth becomes part of their war. Forever." General Cade's voice cracked. "Are you saying we will be forced to fight with them?" Aaron nodded. "Yes. This is no repayment. This is conscription." General Cade slammed his fist on the table. "We didn't agree to this." Aaron whispered, "To them, agreements don't matter. Culture does." Everyone in the room fell silent. The pact seal glowed brighter. Rings of light spread across space like ripples in water. Human satellites shut down. Communications shifted. Every screen on Earth flashed with alien symbols. The alien leader's voice echoed across the planet. "Humans, because you saved our child, we now save your world. Your fate is tied to ours. Your war is our war. Your enemies are our enemies. This is the pact of blood and gratitude." People across Earth stared in shock. Some in fear. Some in anger. Some in awe. Dr. Aaron fell into a chair, whispering, "They don't understand what kindness means to humans. And we don't understand what it means to them." The pact seal locked into place. Earth glowed beneath it. The enemy supercannon reached 100% charge. Space began to tremble. Humanity now had no choice. The war was officially theirs. The enemy's supercannon fired. A massive beam of burning white energy shot across space, lighting up the darkness like a second sun. It cut through debris, broke asteroids, and raced straight toward the alien megaship, and Earth. Inside the World Defense Center, everyone stopped moving. The screens showed the beam growing larger, brighter, deadlier. General Cade whispered, "It's going to hit?" Dr. Aaron held the desk, his knuckles white. "Even with the seal active, the ship cannot survive that blast." But then, something unexpected happened. The packed seal around the megaship glowed brighter. The ring spun faster. Strange symbols lit up in a spiral of white fire. The seal expanded outward like a pulse wave. And the beam hit it. A shockwave exploded across space. The seal flickered, cracked, dimmed, but it absorbed the beam. The megaship survived. But barely. Inside, Commander Rakan staggered, gripping a metal railing as the ship shook violently. Sparks flew across the bridge. Warriors fell. Control panels burst into flames. A soldier shouted, "Commander, the seal is unstable. One more hit and it will collapse." Rakan lifted his head, red eyes glowing with fury. "Then we strike first." Down in Earth's atmosphere, Captain Myra's jet finally reached the alien megaship's hangar. Drones guided her through a glowing tunnel of light. Her cockpit opened automatically, still shaking from the shockwave. She climbed out carefully, heart pounding. The interior of the alien ship was enormous and alive. Metal walls that shifted like muscle, glowing pathways, and strange symbols floating in the air. She felt like she was walking inside a giant creature. A tall alien warrior approached her. His armor was cracked, but he stood strong. "You are the chosen human," the warrior said, bowing his head. Mira blinked. "Chosen? I'm just a fighter pilot." "The pact seal selected you," the warrior replied. "It chose a human with courage and clarity." Mira swallowed. "Why me?" Because you carry no fear of the sky, he answered. And your world needs you now. He motioned for her to follow. Back in space, the enemy fleet prepared another attack. Smaller warships moved into position, activating their missile ports. Giant carriers deployed black, insect-like drones that swarmed like locusts. They were preparing to strike from every angle. Inside the megaship, Mira was brought to the command platform. When she entered, Commander Rakan turned toward her. His armor was scorched. One of his horns was cracked. But his presence still felt heavy and powerful. You came, Rakan said slowly. Good. Mira nodded. You asked. And Earth is in danger. Rakan stepped closer. Do you understand the pact? Not fully, she admitted. Rakan gestured to a hologram of Earth and the enemy fleet. Our debt to you is sacred. You saved one of our young. Our honor demands repayment. But repayment means sharing our fate. So Earth must fight with you? Mira asked. It must stand with us, Rakan corrected. As we stand with you. Mira looked at the swirling battle outside the window. The enemy drones were getting closer. The megaship's shields flickered like dying stars. How do we fight something like that? She asked quietly. Rakan turned to his warriors. Bring the core memory. 2 warriors carried a glowing orb the size of a basketball. It pulsed like a heartbeat. This holds the strategy of our ancient warlords, Rakan said. Knowledge older than your son. The orb floated toward Mira. Rakan's voice lowered. It will show you how to defeat our enemy. Mira hesitated. Why me? Rakan answered, because humans see war differently. They fight not for honor, but for each other. Mira placed her hand on the orb. Light exploded around her. Images flashed in her mind. Massive battles. Fallen planets. Endless fleets. The enemy queen. Her cruel eyes. Her hunger for destruction. Her reason for attacking. The child Earth saved belonged to a royal bloodline she wanted to kill. Mira gasped. She wants revenge, Mira whispered. Not against you. Against Earth. Rakan's expression darkened. Yes. Our young one ruined her plans. And your kindness interfered with her war. Mira stepped back, heart dropping. So this isn't repayment, she said softly. This is punishment. The queen wants to destroy us for saving someone. Rakan nodded grimly. But we will not allow it. The ship shook violently. Alarms blared. A warrior shouted, Commander. Enemy drones have breached the outer hull. Rakan slammed his fist. Prepare for internal combat. Mira looked out the window. Thousands of enemy drones were crawling across the megaship's surface like insects. Then another alert sounded. Commander. The Queen's war carrier is charging its main beam. Rakan's eyes widened. Mira grabbed his arm. If that thing fires, Earth is finished. Rakan turned slowly toward her. It will not fire, he said, voice deep and steady. Not if we strike first. Mira's breath caught. You want to attack the Queen's ship? Rakan nodded. This is the moment where your world and mine become one. He pointed to the glowing orb in her hands. With human courage and our technology, you will lead the assault. Mira stared at him, shocked. Me? Lead an attack on the Queen? Rakan bowed. You carry the pact. The seal chose you. And we follow the seal. The ship shook again. The Queen's beam was rising. Mira tightened her fists. Then let's end this. Rakan turned to his warriors. Prepare the Blade Fleet. Prepare the Humans Command Module. The final battle begins now. Outside, the Queen's carrier glowed with deadly light. The fate of 2 worlds hung by a thin thread. And Mira was now at the center of everything. The Queen's war carrier glowed brighter, preparing to fire its planet-killing beam. The entire side of the ship opened like a giant burning eye. Energy swirled inside it, growing hotter, brighter, deadlier. If it fired, Earth would be gone. Inside the alien megaship, alarms screamed. Warriors rushed through metal halls, preparing for battle. Sparks fell from the ceiling. The ship shook like it was breaking apart. Commander Rakan stood tall at the center of his command platform, eyes glowing with violent determination. Bring the Blade Fleet online, he roared. Huge armored ships detached from the megaship like metal petals. Each blade ship had razor edges, glowing blue engines and heavy weapons. They formed into a spear formation. Captain Mira Solis stood beside Rakan, wearing a hybrid suit, half human gear, half alien armor. A glowing symbol from the pact seal burned softly on her chest. She stared out the giant window at the Queen's carrier. It's so big, she whispered. It is older than your oceans, Rakan said. And twice as cruel. Mira took a deep breath. She squeezed the glowing strategy orb in her hand. Images and knowledge flashed in her mind, the weak points of the war carrier, the queen's patterns, the timing needed to stop her. I know where to hit her, Mira said. I can lead the attack. Rakan nodded once. Your world gave kindness. Now it gives courage. He raised his hand. All ships, follow the human commander. Every alien warrior bowed toward Mira. She felt her heart squeeze. This was bigger than Earth. Bigger than revenge. Bigger than old debts. This was survival. The Blade fleet shot forward, engines roaring. Mira entered the alien command pod, like a cockpit but alive, full of floating symbols and light. It responded to her touch, merging with her thoughts. Her voice echoed across the fleet. This is Captain Mira Solis. Aim for the Queen's core. Follow my signal. The alien warriors responded in deep, powerful voices. For the pact. The battle began. The enemy drones swarmed like black clouds attacking the Blade fleet. Explosions flashed everywhere. Metal and fire drifted into the void. Mira moved her command pod through the battlefield, dodging beams and guiding the ships. Left flank break formation. Blade 2 protect the megaship. Blade 5 push forward. Her mind felt sharper, clearer. The strategy orb boosted her instincts. She could almost see the future, every attack, every movement. But the Queen was ready. From the center of the enemy carrier, a deep, cold voice echoed across space. Little human, you dare interfere again? The Queen appeared as a massive hologram, tall, elegant, eyes like burning ice. You ruined my plan once, she said. Now your planet will pay the price. Mira gritted her teeth and shouted back. Not today. The Queen lifted her hand. Her carrier fired. A smaller beam shot toward the Blade fleet. Mira dodged it, but two allied ships were hit and exploded into burning pieces. Rakana's voice boomed across the comm. Push forward. Break her shield. The Blade fleet opened fire together. Massive beams tearing into the Queen's ship. Her shield flickered. Cracks appeared. But the main cannon of the Queen's ship continued charging. Earth was seconds away from destruction. Inside the World Defense Center on Earth, people watched the battle on giant screens. Cities were silent. Millions sat together in fear. General Cade gripped the table. Mira, whatever you're doing, do it fast. Dr. Aaron whispered, humanity has never been this close to extinction. Everyone held their breath. Back in space, Mira saw the final pieces of the strategy fall into place. Rakan, she shouted. I need your help to finish this. Rakan answered immediately. What must be done? We have to strike the core together, she said. Human and alien. Two worlds. Rakan slammed his fist to his chest. Then we strike as one. He activated the megaship's last weapon, a giant spear of pure energy. Mira's command pod glowed bright red, channeling all remaining power. Blade fleet, clear a path. Mira shouted. Alien ships opened space with suppressive fire. Drones exploded. Missiles burned. Mira's pod shot forward, straight toward the Queen's core. The Queen screamed, "No!" She fired a massive beam at Mira. At the same moment, Rakan fired the megaship's spear weapon. The two beams collided. Light consumed everything. Mira pushed her pod harder, the armor cracking, alarms blaring, flames licking the sides. Come on. Come on. The beams shattered. Mira's pod pierced through the Queen's shield. She flew directly into the core chamber. For one moment, everything was silent. Then, boom. A massive explosion ripped through the war carrier. Metal melted. Flames devoured the hull. The Queen's ship broke apart into giant burning pieces. The Queen's voice faded into nothing. The enemy fleet panicked and escaped into hyperspace. Earth was safe. On the megaship, Rakan watched the explosion with sorrow and pride. Mira Solis, human of courage, your name will be honored forever. But then, a small signal blinked on his screen. A heartbeat. Alive. Faint, but alive. Rakan gasped. She survived. Minutes later, a broken, burning command pod was pulled into the megaship hangar. Warriors rushed forward. The pod opened slowly, smoke spilling out. Captain Mira coughed, eyes half open. Rakan knelt beside her. You fought like one of us, he said quietly. But you remained human. And that is why you won. Mira smiled weakly. Earth is safe. Rakan nodded. Yes, because of you. The warriors bowed. For the first time, Mira felt the true meaning of the pact. Not a chain. Not a trap. Not a debt. A bond. Born from kindness. Forged through vengeance. Completed in fire. Rakan lifted her to her feet. Mira Solis, he said, from this day, our worlds stand together. Earth looked up at the sky and cheered. A kindness had once saved a life. A vengeance had nearly destroyed a world. But in the end, human courage changed the fate of the stars.